of his eye. Sit right down, we're gonna give you the scoop with Ryan Pfeiffer and Lisa Doop. Stammer, ding dong, loop de loop. This is the story of a guy named Mr. Boop.
You're listening to Being Mr. Boop. No, sorry. Excuse me. What's
Wow.
this? What's this all about then, eh?
Wow.
I've been handed a note.
Oh, you meant to do that.
You're not listening to Being Mr. Boop.
This is a bit. I see.
You're listening to Being Mr. Boop Liquor.
No, that's
Season
also
2.
wrong, though. But that's wrong still.
Oh, I'm being handed another note. You're listening to Moonlight.
What?
The
Oh.
Oscars? No.
You're
Here's the
listening
real
to
one.
La La Land. Wait, I'm sorry. Moonlight, you're the one we're listening to.
You're listening to Being
It says it right
Mr.
here. We're listening to Moonlight.
Season 2.
Season 2 of Moonlight. That's not
The
true,
tag-
though.
That's the tagline.
There's no tagline. It's a bonus episode. You're listening to Being Mr. Boot _ Liquor. That's the name of this one. Lisa was really beating around the boot there. Beating around the boot.
I just didn't want to say underscore, okay?
You just said it.
Yeah, but
Makes my skin crawl
so
to say
this
such a thing.
was the June 2nd strip, I think. But we didn't do it on the actual time sequentially when that would have been done.
Because we didn't know what it
we didn't know it.
we
Yeah,
didn't
it
know
wasn't on the
existed.
wasn't on the regular thread and isn't tagged anything on the Patreon. So it just
Wouldn't it be?
flew
It would be the
over.
June 3rd, because it's on
Oh,
June 2nd,
yeah.
but it's Patreon.
But there was
early.
a June 3rd that week. Then there wasn't a June 2nd.
Okay,
So-
that's weird.
Yeah.
Are you? Well, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, I did the episodes. I checked the dates on the Twitter uploads. Goes my phone.
And they were wrong.
Yeah, they were wrong. Twitter was lying to me, trying to hide information about this boop.
Alec fucked it up. Fucked
Yeah.
us over.
You hate this guy.
He needs to. He needs to come on the podcast and apologize.
If only. So
So this is a 4-panel strip we got. So even though this is a bonus episode, this is still just a regular 4-panel strip. Nothing different about it. Nothing special about it. Nothing thematic or relevant or current eventical about it.
except the difference is this one's non-canonical.
We don't know that.
Well, that's
Oh,
true.
is
'Cause
there
it's not,
a?
'cause it's not numbered.
Did you find the Twitter post?
No, I didn't find the Twitter post.
We don't know the shadow synopsis. I mean, we don't know the.
The
We don't have a synopsis because it's not because it's a bonus episode. But we don't. We still don't have a shadow synopsis either way.
yeah.
Fuck.
If
We have a
I'm-
secondary shadow synopsis.
Where is?
I don't
yeah.
know if there's a primary shadow synopsis. You have to go look for it.
Yeah.
I'm much too tired to do so myself.
And important.
Yes, I'm much too tired and important to look
Um,
for such things, such trivialities. The secondary shadow synopsis, if there is in fact a primary, from the Patreon, is this one's not part of the usual rotation. I'm delaying the regular strip for a day. If you don't like this, I don't want your Patreon money. Wow.
Powerful stance.
Okay.
Mr. Boop.
Canceling right now.
No.
Let's see. Let me see. Where's
I'm
how do I
actually
do that?
upping. I'm actually upping my Patreon support.
How do I do that? Live on air. We're doing this. Manage memberships.
It's
Let's see.
It's a fun
Edit Alec Robbins membership to $0 a month.
Hey,
Huh?
I love being Mr. Boop. Don't you?
It's okay. Oh, it doesn't renew until April 1st. I'll cancel it at the end of March.
You'd
Yeah.
better.
I better. Yeah, well, he said he didn't want it if.
Mm.
Do you think he was actually?
I think that he doesn't.
I
want-
can't tell how
yeah.
jokey it is to say if you
I
don't
think
like
that-
this, I don't
no,
want your
no,
Patreon
he's,
money.
He's being serious here.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm being serious. He did fuck us up.
Yeah. Okay.
It
Ryan,
did fuck us
for
up.
clarification, everyone, Ryan is canceling his Patreon subscription because he screwed up the order of the Patreon of the
No.
of our thing, not because he has any problem with the Black Lives Matter movement.
Oh, no, it's neither of those. I'm canceling because I don't want to see any more porn in my emails.
Oh wow.
That's the reason. But this is what prompted me to do it was the. Oh, is that why he was saying if you don't like this, I don't?
Yes.
Oh, if
That's why I was
oh.
like, why are you doing this bit, Alec? I mean, why are you doing this bit, Ryan?
If you don't like this, I don't want your Patreon money.
Yeah.
If you don't like this strip.
Yes.
I thought he meant if you don't like that I'm delaying the regular strip for a day.
No, I don't think anyone noticed other than us.
Well, no, but the fact that he announced that makes me think it wasn't just delayed on the Patreon. It must have been delayed on Twitter too. Or
Yep. I found the original post.
okay, what was the primary
Okay.
synopsis?
Interestingly, it is a response to a now deleted account. It's a
Whoa!
yeah. It's a quote.
It's just like the Being Mr. Fool strip.
Yeah.
This was a reply. This was a reply to Travis McElroy.
Oh no.
Oh, this is interesting, actually.
Yes.
So, was there text accompanied with this? Was there a
There is-
primary shadow
Yes,
synopsis?
there is a primary shadow synopsis.
All right, link me the post actually.
I did. It's in being
oh.
Mr. Boop thingy.
Oh,
And I'm trying to see if I can
Okay.
look on the Wayback Machine.
yeah.
for
Do
the-
okay. Well, I'll read it. Whatever. The primary shadow synopsis is: in lieu of your regularly scheduled Mr. Boop strip for the day, please accept this one. And this is in italics, but I don't think you can do that on Twitter. I'm looking at the Discord embed, so I think
Oh no.
I'm
it's
assuming
not
there's
yeah, it's not italic.
asterisks around this.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes. You won the prize! You figured it out.
Huh?
Congratulations. For figuring out that
Yeah.
like
So
it was on a
so
game
there's
show?
asterisks around it in the
Yeah,
in the
there are.
tweet.
Yes.
Oh,
You've just
sorry,
won
you're breaking up a little bit.
blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
Yeah, you've won embedded
it's a weird
or
exchange for the listeners. I like whatever this game show bit you're doing is. I can't hear it, but it's good stuff. Well, this strip, which I have not. This is a mostly blind reaction, other than I've been staring at this strip without reading it for a good half hour now. But I can see that. Okay, so this is an interesting one. It is in the same vein as that Being Mr. Fool strip,
Yes.
where it seems to be a strip that is directly responding to a tweet.
Mhm.
Do you think there are any other examples to this? Is this like a once a season thing he's doing?
It might be.
I didn't notice any others. We're gonna
No,
have to
me
really
neither.
like pour through the old
Yeah.
strips to remember. But I've
I'm
also
just-
been trying to
I
avoid
mean-
doing that so that I can like.
Yeah.
I don't want to reread volume 3 before we get to it.
He
you know?
probably announces that you know.
Well, he
Matt
didn't
some
post
hates
the Being Mr. Fool, the Justin Roiland reply, the Justin McElroy reply to Patreon.
Ah.
Anyway, 4 panels. First panel is a hand drawn realistically, weirdly, with like a fingernail and all. I mean, it's
Wait, you didn't
realistic
read
for
the-
his
you didn't read
style.
the secondary shadow synopsis.
I did. I read
Oh.
it first
Oh, okay. Whatever.
because we didn't find them. We hadn't found the primary one yet.
hmm
The hand is holding a smartphone, not an old school cell phone. It's a. Are there any other words for smartphone? Is it just smartphone? I mean,
You'd call it an iPhone.
well, the smartphone is open to what appears to be Twitter.com or the Twitter app, I assume, not the mobile version, not the mobile desktop, whatever, or some sort of in-universe equivalent to that.
Yes.
I think it is.
Twatter.
I think it still is Twitter in universe, isn't it?
It's possible.
Because I feel like they've mentioned like at least
I
in,
will
in guest strips. I don't know if that's canon. This isn't canon either. Maybe. But I feel like they have mentioned Twitter in guest strips. Maybe. I'm not sure. What did that that girl, the Italian Jewish girl or whatever, at the end of the last volume,
She's talking about.
which I guess hasn't happened yet when
Mhm.
this strip happened, but like, did she mention Twitter? When
No,
she
she
was-
was looking at on MrBoop.com.
Oh. Did she mention MrBoop.com or could you just see?
You could see that she was on MrBoop.com.
Okay. Well, this smartphone is open to some sort of Twitter equivalent at least. And we see a tweet from boot_liquor, which weirdly is their name, not their username. So I don't know why they put a underscore in there,
Mm-hmm.
as if maybe that's their username. Maybe that's their username somewhere else. It's the username they're known for, so they had to put that as their name there. But their username is @pigfucker69, and they have a little profile picture. It looks like a white blob, like sort of like a default profile picture type thing. But isn't I'm pretty sure the default profile picture, if you don't put a profile
It's an
picture
egg.
on Twitter, it's an egg. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that still the case?
No. You just get
Oh, it's not
You
a-
just get something like that.
Oh. So it used to be an egg, but now it's like a little white outline of a person.
Like a gray, gray silhouette
Oh,
of a
okay.
man.
So that's probably what that is then.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's complaining alt account, probably something
Mhm.
like that. Don't know why they would name themselves boot_liquor and pigfucker69. It seems too self-aware. Maybe they're being ironic. Maybe it's a bit account, like they're pretending to be, or they think it's ironic, but really, I don't know. It seems too on the nose.
Yeah. It's like satire or something.
Yeah, it's almost as if this is satire.
Some kind of
Um,
satire in here, isn't it?
smells like satire in here. Underneath the username and whatever, there's the actual body of the tweet,
Mhm.
which is a sentence. That's how tweets work. It says, "Stick to your cartoons, dork," comma after cartoons, period after dork, whatever.
Now, the original tweet this comic is responded to is been
Hang on.
lost to time, but
Hang
we can
on,
only
wait.
assume that it's this.
Underneath the sentence, there is a little reply, retweet or repost or reblog, heart for like or whatever, and that little share symbol, whatever the
Yeah.
fuck that's called. That you see it, the little arrow share symbol thing.
I
Yeah,
wonder.
that's up right
It's the share symbol. I wonder why they chose that symbol. Why the Twitter people? The Twitter people. I love the Twitter people. It's just an odd choice. I think.
Love the Twitter people for. He was still on Twitter at that time.
I'll bring him back. Bring him back.
Maybe that. Oh my God, that's who Alec was replying to.
Oh my god. Donald Trump.
It was Trump. Oh my God.
Yeah.
No
He was
wonder that's why the original tweet is gone.
He was. Yeah.
He was Bootlicker. He was Pigfucker69. That adds up, actually.
Ryan discovering who Bootlicker and Pigfucker is. Whatever. I don't have a bit here. I was just saying.
I feel like it would make more sense if Pigfucker69 was like David Cameron. If it's gonna be a world leader, you know.
Yeah. I've heard the story.
We
I've read the
might-
biography.
I've seen the Black Mirror episode.
Yeah.
On the bottom of it, which is funny because that was a thing before that
Yeah, it
actually
was a real
happened, right?
thing that happened. But he didn't fuck a pig on live television. Is the difference?
But to clarify though, the Black Mirror episode happened first,
What?
right?
Before it came
I'm
out.
pretty
that-
sure.
Well, they mean it. I guess it came out before the David Cameron thing did. But the thing was that it was like a hazing thing for university or whatever. Like they're like, you gotta fuck the pig to.
But it
Get
wasn't
into
based
our
on the
camp.
David Cameron
No,
thing.
I mean,
that
I don't
that
know.
episode.
I haven't done research into that. But I know that
It's an
the
old
David-
episode, and
I
the
know, it's
David
the
Cameron
first
thing's
ep-
only a
it's-
few years old.
It's the first.
Yeah, it's the first
episode.
episode, and the David Cameron. It's also
No,
the best
David
episode.
Cameron, David Cameron thing's been around for a while. I've known about it for.
I remember when that happened. It was like a viral moment.
No.
Let me look at when the Film Cow video of it was.
Well, let's. Oh, there's a whole Wikipedia.
David
article
Cameron
this.
for Country for Love by Film Cow.
Okay. The thing
That
the-
came
the-
that
at
came
first-
out September 22nd, 2015.
Okay, that's odd. Yes. No, never mind. Because the book, the biography that first leaked that information came out in October of 2015. Oh, but apparently, like, press copies had gotten to mail to the newspaper.
Okay, but the Black Mirror episode is from 2011.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I knew there was something. I knew it was something like
He
that.
denies
Yeah,
it,
I mean,
by the
unless
way.
it was just like a rumor, you know, that was going around, and then the book like was like, no, that's true. That's not a joke. That was true. Black Mirror, they thought they were going along with a joke.
The
It was
the
true.
biographer said that the anecdote came out of the blue at a business dinner in June of 2014
From who?
from Cameron. He was like,
What?
"Oh yeah, so I tell you, we used to fuck pigs. Oh, fine."
I would say, why would you admit to something like that?
Well,
But
it's just something that you say when you're having fun. You're like, "Oh yeah, back then we used to."
I was yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, well, whatever.
He did, but yeah, he denies
talking.
it. He's like, "This didn't happen," but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it did. I like believing it anyway.
Do you like believing it?
Yeah, I like thinking he's a weirdo.
I mean, he is a weirdo either way, probably.
Yeah.
There's also a little home search notification and email symbols on the bottom of the phone. I assume for Twitter, not for the phone home screen. Phone home screen. ET. And, you know, the usual UI stuff at the top of the phone.
To clarify about the David Cameron thing, just a little bit. It wasn't. What he did was that he put, as quoted, a private part of his anatomy into the mouth of a dead pig. So he didn't like have sex with a pig. He just, you know.
No, it was just oral.
Yeah, and the pig was dead,
It wasn't,
which makes it better.
trying to think if that does make it better.
Okay.
What do you think? Is that better or worse?
I think that in panel 2,
No, I need to know your opinion. Is that better or worse?
they're equally bad situations.
I mean, they're both bad.
Yeah, they're both things that I think are beyond what a normal person should do.
Well, obviously. That's not the question.
Okay, I think that if
I think it's better
I think
because
that if it-
that
yeah.
way it's not pig's not actually suffering.
I think that if
And people already do weird shit with meat all the time, you know.
I think that
It's
if a
basically
bunch
that's
of,
all it is. Basically, is meat.
if a bunch
It's
of
not, in a way, it's no weirder than the guy who fucked a McChicken.
exactly, but like if a bunch of British Oxford University guys were like, "Hey, fuck this live pig," David Cameron probably would have said no. You know,
You
but
think?
if he's saying, "Fuck this dead pig," they're like, "That's more of a normal thing, right?"
I don't know about that. I think you would have done it either way, honestly.
Well, the
Well,
yeah,
no,
but the
not if
pig
it was
would
the
have bit
mouth.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, not if it was the mouth. That's yeah. He'd be too scared.
Britain's fucked.
No, you know what? You're right. I don't think he would have done it if it was live pig. It's just too dangerous either way.
Exactly. And grosser, I think.
Because it probably. I mean, was it like a? It was probably just like a thing. Like he did. Like it wasn't even like. Since it was a hazing thing,
Yeah.
it's probably just like, oh, all right, I did it. I put it in. All right, now I'm out. All right, like touching your tongue to a frozen pole, you know, like okay, I did it.
Damn. That's crazy.
And they're like, no, you have to do it a few seconds or it doesn't count.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I'm glad we
anyway.
had this digression.
I wonder if the guy who wrote that biography was inspired by the Black Mirror thing. If it is fake, he was like, "Oh, I saw that, but you know."
You know, that does kind of suggest that maybe it is
Yeah.
in a way. don't know.
Anyway,
Yeah, I guess we're done with panel 1. Panel 2, you go ahead.
panel 2. We have Mr. Boop, the titular character.
That was last month.
What?
222.
Ah, yes. When the Dreamcast 2 came out. Because whatever. Dreamcast 1 came out on 9999, I think. So it was like 222. Whatever. Anyway.
Was there no dream? There was no Dreamcast.
No, of course not. Dreamcast was Sega's last
I don't know.
console.
I've been awake for like almost 24
I
hours.
was also just referencing a Mega 64 sketch. So I'm
A
not taking
recent
credit.
one?
Yeah, they uploaded it
Oh,
on
okay.
222.
I see.
Anyway, Alec Robbins, the leader of the Mr. Boop strip, is wearing a.
The leader of the Mr. Boop movement.
He's doing his wife face, holding his phone, up to his face because he's reading it, and he's got
the
a T-shirt
BOOP
on.
movement.
He's got a T-shirt on with text, and I like T-shirts with text. They tell me a lot about who I am, and it says. It says.
Did you see? No, that didn't come up in the podcast because it's not a video medium. But I just looked down at my shirt and went, "Oh,
What, does it not have anything on it?
there's no words. It's just a collage. It's a
How
cool
are you
little
gonna
character.
know who you are? Every morning I wake up. And I'm like, oh my god, who am I? And then I look at my shirt and it says, you like Devo. I'm like, oh thank god.
Do you have a shirt that says that?
I don't have a shirt that says you like Devo, but I have Devo shirts.
Why not? This is a collage of characters from the game Thimbleweed Park.
Nice.
I should be wearing my Being Jim Davis shirt, but I did not get around to showering. That was going to be the next shirt I wore. If I had. And then they would have words on it. Which would be extra appropriate for the reason that we brought up shirts with words on it and that I'm...
Mm-hmm. And being
Anyway, what is the
telling you,
words on this shirt?
Fuck all cops. That's what the shirt says.
Mm-hmm.
And
That
Alec
is
has
what
a
it
speech
says.
bubble coming out from his mouth that says no. Not in
Which
relation
is-
to the shirt, in relation to
Yeah.
the-
I was gonna say, yeah,
fuck.
not in relation. He's not saying no to fuck all cops. He's saying no to stick to your cartoons, dork.
Yeah.
Very smugly,
Mm-hmm.
as he holds the phone up to his face with what is now a very crudely drawn claw hand.
Oh,
That
I
the
love this
typical
story.
sort of Alec claw hand,
You know, this might be the same.
which is
brand
in
of phone
stark
that I'm
contrast to
on, that I
panel
have
1.
right now.
Huh?
This might be the same type of phone that I have. Like, I just looked at that, looking at the back, and I'm like, oh, mine has a line there as well. Like, I think it's generic enough, but I think it's very clearly the iPhone SE. And then you say, sure, why not? No, I don't.
Yeah,
think
that what you said. Sure, why not? Alec is not usually wearing a t-shirt. He's usually wearing a button
shirt. Yeah.
shirt. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Unless he's wearing a shirt with words on it. Panel 3, we see Betty Boop.
Oh my God!
Whoa, yeah. And she's wearing her usual dress, but her dress has words on it.
Huh?
How can it be? And she's wearing a.
I suppose maybe she's going to the Met Gala.
Maybe.
And
she's also wearing.
And the theme is camp.
She's wearing a bandana around her face and neck.
Not covering her nose.
It's big enough because it's so big to fit around her neck. I mean her head. It also hangs down and covers her whole neck.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's not over her nose. What the fuck, Betty? It's not. I mean, it's a bandana anyway. It wouldn't really work as a mask.
I mean,
If that's what she's going for.
You can still use bandanas as mask, right?
Not for health reasons. It doesn't do good. Well, I don't. Maybe I'm wrong. You're not supposed to make masks out of t-shirts.
Yeah.
I don't know if it goes the same for bandanas. I would assume so. Maybe I'm wrong.
Do your own research, losers.
So she's standing here with hands on her hips, and she's got a speech bubble that says, "Alec, honey, are you ready to go fuck up some cops?" And the words on her dress say, "It's medically proven that cops have smaller brains than regular humans."
True. I love
It's a
this.
good dress.
I love this phrasing. You know, I just like that's fun. That's a
The
fun
phrasing of
way
the
to-
shirt or the phrasing of the speech bubble?
of the shirt. You know, the regular humans bit is very funny.
Oh, I mean dress. Sorry.
Yeah.
I said shirt.
I mean, it could be a long shirt. Or it could just
Have you
be-
seen that one long shirt from Cool.Shirts?
Are you? Why are you talking to me like you're a background character in a 2000s movie about the internet?
What do you mean?
You're like we're two characters, and we're in the background, and you're trying to recommend me a website because the directors don't know about the internet. Like, oh, have you seen that shirt from CoolShirts.com? Like, oh, let me.
That's what the name of the site is. Oh, sorry, it's shirts.cool.
I haven't seen the cool shirt.
Lisa, don't use the OBS audio for this one because my computer just made a notification noise.
I just use it to sync up.
But
the
leave
video.
that in. Oh, it was a shirt with every Max Mofo video on it.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But like listed. No, this is what it looked like. It's like looks like it's like 12 feet long.
This will be in show
But it's still
notes.
just like a normal t-shirt, except it goes on for 12 feet.
Nice.
It is nice. Maybe that's what her shirt's like, though.
Yeah.
But,
We can only imagine.
well, if that's true, so it cuts off after regular humans, so maybe the sentence goes on. So it could say, like, it's medically proven that cops have smaller brains than regular humans.
And
Therefore...
And the rest is just all of Das Kapital.
What is that?
What do you mean? What's that?
I don't know. What's Das Capital?
It's a book by Karl Marx.
The Communist Manifesto.
No, they're different books.
He has multiple books?
Yes.
What is he, some kind of author?
Yes.
Oh, I thought he was a revolutionary or something.
No, he
I
just
don't
wrote
know.
books. People just the revolutionary.
Oh, he was just an author?
Yeah. He just did. All
Oh, who
the series.
cares? Just an author. What is he? Some kind of philosopher? Oh, I'm surprised they haven't talked about him more on Being G. Davis then, if he's a philosopher.
Well,
That's something they talk about, right? I'm honestly too tired to even remember if that's a thing they talk about all the time. I'm pretty sure it is.
Ryan, there's no podcast called Being Jim Davis. What are you talking about? we made it up, remember?
I'm dreary enough to believe you. Panel 4. Alec is now wearing a bandana around his head too, but we can still see his neck because his head is not as big as Betty's.
Again,
and he's still
not
doing
covering his
the
nose.
Yeah. Well, he at least has an excuse as his nose is so huge.
He's medically exempt.
Yeah, he can't breathe through the mask because his nose is so big. And wouldn't that make it easier to breathe through the mask? Because he's got bigger nostrils?
Sure.
Or it's just the flesh of the nose is bigger, not the nostrils? The flesh is taking up so much space that the nostrils are smaller.
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't
I'm just
make that.
theorizing here.
Well, quit it. What are you, some kind of
okay.
philosopher?
He's doing the same... yeah, when you read my book, Das Boot. No. Bleep that.
Okay. I'll just replace it with me saying.
Yeah, that. No, bleep it instead. That'd
I'll
be
bleep
funnier.
it the second time as well.
Yeah. So he's doing the wife face still. And he's holding up, instead of the phone, he's got the exact same pose, except instead of the phone, he's holding up a bottle. It's a Molotov cocktail, basically.
Yes.
But it's a bottle with like a rag coming out that's on fire. And he's got a speech bubble that says, yes. Which is in stark contrast to the speech bubble that he had in panel 2, which said no.
Mm-hmm.
But they're complementary panels, you see.
Yes.
Because he's holding a thing up in the exact same pose, and he has a one-word yes or no speech bubble answer. But now he's wearing a bandana. Also, the speech bubble, the tail of the speech bubble is inverted from how it was in panel 2.
Ah, look at that. Some artistic.
I don't think
integrity.
that was a conscious decision. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that was conscious.
You should DM him about it. You say, I don't think this was a conscious decision, Alec Robbins.
Nah, not this time.
A very good
Not even a comment, just like
on Twitter.
Ryan Pfeiffer's requesting a DM. I
This
don't think
wasn't-
these two speech bubbles were meant to be inverted. I think you fucked up yet again. Continuity error. Anyway, that was the strip. That was all 4 panels. Special bonus
Yeah.
strip. When were the protests? Were this when the protests were?
I mean, there's protests all the time.
You know what I mean.
I don't. The George Floyd protests?
I mean, that was the inciting thing, yeah, but I mean, it kept going, like, beyond...
It says, okay,
Like-
according to Wikipedia, it started in May 26, 2020, and is still
So
they're
this,
still
so
continuing
this
to
is probably,
day.
like, a different offshoot or whatever thing.
I mean, there's
Breonna
there's
Taylor
still
or-
multiple protests going on because of it. So, like, there probably were protests at this time.
Is this strip problematic?
No.
Maybe we're not the type of people, maybe we're not the ones to talk about this. Because we're a fucking Mr. Root Recap podcast.
I guess.
But I feel like we should unpack this a little bit.
Okay.
Why is he holding up a Molotov cocktail in the last panel?
Well, because he's gonna, fuck shit up.
He's
gonna.
So he's rioting.
Yeah, he's gonna hurt cops, I guess. I think.
So this is a pro-riot strip.
I suppose so, which is bad because, you know, the only people who try to start riots at protests are cops, undercover cops. As we
Oh my God, is Alec an undercover cop?
Oh my god, look at his shoes. Look at his shoes.
Only a cop would wear a shirt so
Overt. He's
Yeah.
boot liquor. Boot_liquor.
yeah. No wonder the account doesn't exist anymore. It was a burner.
Like that Molotov cocktail.
Yeah. I bet that's not even Betty. She doesn't move at all. I think it's like probably a cardboard cutout.
Yeah.
Look at the pose and everything.
This goes all the way to the top, I think. There's also there is I guess a third shadow synopsis on this.
Oh?
In that Alec responded to it with a comment that says,
Mm-hmm.
"If I fought a cop, I would die immediately. I weigh less than 100 pounds, and my bones are as fragile as tissue paper. Also, they can shoot me with their military-grade assault rifles."
Military grade, you mean?
Yeah, great.
I thought at first it sounded like you were gonna say. Fuck, I don't remember now. But I thought of Elmer Fudd.
What? Military-grade assault rifle?
No. It was when you started to say I weigh less. It was like, if I fought a cop, I would die immediately. I really something. I really hate cops, or something like that. It was something like that. Someone replied, all the replies are about how they're wearing the masks wrong. Good. Oh, we actually see the username of the original person, but I don't think I should say it.
Let's dox them.
We don't want to give them credit.
We could read out their address.
It was real Donald Trump.
Oh my god. Bleep that. Put at Big Fucker
Bleep that.
69.
It was at Big Fucker 69. They're real. Riots are complicated.
They are
Heavy
indeed.
topic. Loaded topic. So I don't know, but I feel like generally, what people want to say when they're talking about these things, if they want to like, I feel like people usually are like, no, we're the riots aren't the ones. It's supposed to be that, I mean, usually the rioters aren't the ones protesting. They like kind of just take advantage of the situation.
Yeah.
I think the strip is kind of problematic in that way, where it's kind of conflating the two.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I have seen stuff where it's like, people kind of like, when nothing is done, it's nonviolent solutions aren't a solution.
Yeah.
Is a thing I've seen.
Exactly.
I'm not commenting on that one way or the other,
Mm.
but that is another
It's a
stance.
It's a tricky.
Turns out.
It's a yeah. As someone who's never taken part in a protest, I couldn't tell you, you know, whether or not it's like what the general vibe is, you know, of like people being like, oh,
I stopped buying Oreos
Let's
when the
mess with-
Nabisco workers were on strike. Does that count?
that's good.
Do I get points for that?
Yes, you get points. Ding 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 ding.
Yay!
You can mark off two circles or whatever on your
on your woke
guilt
on card.
on your privilege guilt.
Oh,
card.
cross off 2 points.
Yeah, like as in okay.
I see.
One day I'm gonna get these down to 0.
One day I get a free donut. All right. which I can
I don't think it's mentioned.
something
in this,
about cops.
actually.
Joke
You know
about
what?
cops donuts.
There hasn't been a marital status drop in a long time.
Well, there were
How do we know
there were
that?
extenuating circumstances.
Yeah, true.
Actually, no, there weren't. He said wife a lot when he was in. We haven't pointed out a marital status drop in a long time, is I think what you're saying. Did we say marital status drop at all during season 2?
Maybe not.
Oh my god. What the fuck is wrong with us? What have we become?
And yeah, and there's not many of those left. So like, what are we gonna?
Well, we're only halfway through.
I mean, like as in yeah,
Whoa,
but most of book 2 is
living
most of
on a boob.
Mr. Boo. Whoa, Mr.
With
Boo.
Ryan Pfeiffer and
Pfeiffer
Lisa
and
Doo.
Lisa Doo.
Shama-lama dong loop de loo.
Oh.
Why are we still doing this one? You've been listening to Being Mr. Boot Liquor underscore liquor.
We gotta tell the guys at work to come up with more taglines.
No, there's no taglines. You've been listening to You've been listening to Being Mr. Boot underscore liquor. It's medically proven that cops have smaller brains than regular humans.
True.
Thanks, Patreons. This isn't a Patreon episode, so
Thank you,
fuck you, Patreons.
Yeah, but thanks them anyway. Hey, fuck. Yeah. Why are you supporting this?
Why are you listening to this? It's not on Patreon.
Oh, I see. You just
You're not
wanted
allowed to listen
support
to
us.
this one. It's not on the Patreon.
Oh, sorry. You just wanted more episodes of Boki No Stop.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Uh,
Sorry for the confusion.
yeah. I'm honestly surprised if any of the people who support the Bitch Drop Patreon have listened to. I think some have, and hey, we appreciate it, but why?
I have no idea if how many.
I
people
think
support
someone
the Bitch Drop page.
commented or something. I don't remember. Anyway,
What? Did they say this is a bad show?
that's what it was. Thanks for the feedback. We appreciate it. Well,
I can't
you.
say
Good
that. Good night, everyone.
Well, it's married to the world famous Betty Boop. She whiz, what a lucky guy. So in love, I might make you puke. She's the apple of his eye. Sit right down, we're gonna give you the scoop with Ryan Pfeiffer and Lisa Doop. Shama-lama ding-dong loop-de-loop. This is the story of a guy named Mr. Boop.
This podcast was brought to you by the Pitch Drop Podcast Network. Like what you just heard? Support the show by going to patreon.com/pitchdrop. And while you're at it, check out pitchdrop.net for more of this and other shows.